fine. What about you?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Thank you, Professor, and thank you everyone in the audience. I'm going to present about my topic, and everyone already knows this, pre-Israeli Arab-Israeli conflicts and myriad factors, a critique to the controversies of optimistic conflict resolution. Before going to my presentation, just I'm introduced about myself. I'm Nazmul Islam, and I'm doing my master's in political science and public administration at KONYA University, Ankara, Turkey. Okay, now it's my turn about the Israel-Palestine conflict. Actually, in here I think that everyone knows about this. The Israel-Palestine conflict is the too much discussing matter in the world. I think there's as a political science or as a scholar or academician from political science background or like international relations background, everyone always topic these issues. There's Israel-Palestine conflict or Israel-Arab-Israel conflict, like this issue. So again, I am going to talk about this topic, but I try to say about something different, which can be optimistic conflict resolution. That's my main issues. But before going to my presentation, I'm just going to summarize my paper. Actually, I am talking from 5 things, 5 chronological matters. That first is that the Arab-Israel conflict is not a historical; it's a pre-historical matter. That means the defend on history. The history defines on history. That means there is a true religious build that Jews, Muslims, and Christians, which have been concocted modern political doctrines like Zionism, Palestinianism, and Pan-Arabism. And secondly, I will tell about the 4 Arab-Israel conflicts in 1947, 1956, and 1967, and after all 1973. Then third, I will tell about the declaration of war independence, like Palestinians, just about Intifada. And fourthly, I will tell about the major factors, which is concorded and related to the current conflict between Gaza and Israel. And fifthly, I will tell the several optimistic resolution which have been proposed to resolving this conflict. Okay, now prehistory construction of Arab-Israel conflict. Actually, this is the first matter, that the belief of Israel in Promised Land and Zionism. Actually, 2 matters. The first is the belief of Israel, because Israel, their beliefs come from Jews, like Yahudi religion, and they believe that this is the Promised Land come from the 1300 before Common Era, and they believe that this is their issue, this is their land, come from the David and Solomon, according to the Muslim that was Daud al-Islam and was Sulaiman al-Islam. And after this the matter, they think that different issues. So from historical and prehistorical matter, they always believe that this is our promised land. And after the Zionism, which is created by man, actually before our presentation, the son said about nationalism, it's created the Zionism about the nationalism. That means the Zionist movement it was created in the Israel in 1896 by Theodor Herzl, and he is the first introducer about this, the Zionism and about the Zionist state in Israel. And then the Palestinian belief on Canaanite Palestine and Holy Land. So there's 3 things. There's the Canaanites, and then is the Philistines, then Holy Land. This the country. It's again the religious matter, because prehistorically, that is David or Solomon, they belong to the Islam, and they the Muslim people, they believe that the Daud and Solomon, their thoughts that their preacher everything is related with Islam and Muslim. So they again think that they come from Canaanites and the Philistine, and they also believe that the nationalistic idea that Palestine, we are Palestinians and Palestinian Arab. And there's the Holy Land. Actually, this Holy Land comes from the Masjid al-Aqsa, the Al-Aqsa, and after the relate of Islam, this area, like on the base of Masjid al-Aqsa, it's very interesting topic for Muslim and Palestinian people. Then the Christian and Occidental assistance to Israel. Actually, there's a 2 terms, Christians and Occidental assistance. The Christianism it comes here because the Hazrat Jesus, the Jew, that means Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, he was born in here, this is Babylon. So they believe that this is their holy land for them. And Occident is assistant because some Christian country, not a Christian country, but like Arab friends, American friends, this country, they support Christians and they support Zionism because they think that the Christian people, they may be protected by this Zionist state of Israel. So it's an Occident assistance to Israel. Then I'm going to the Salient Arab-Israel conflict in the Middle East. Like the first Arab-Israel war in 1947. In that time, the Arab revolt in 1936, and then the Jews revolt in 1945 about their independence, about their country on the name of Palestinian and the name of Arab, on the name of Israel. And then American pressure favoring Zionism and UN in 1947. You know, this is after Second World War, UN has established, and this is the new formed international organization. But this is the policy of America, like in that time the superpower countries, they give the issues to the UN, and UN just passed their resolution in 242, just established of Israel. And it has said that the UN General Assembly approved the partition of Palestine in November 1947. And then initiation of supervision war between Arabs and Israel. And Israel employed Jewish terrorist organizations like the Irgun and the Lehi and the Stern Group. These three terrorist organizations established to create the Israel. Then the second Arab-Israel war in 1956. Like this war is happened for three reasons, three specific reasons, like nationalism, Cold War, and Arab, along with Palestinian and Israel dispute in Egyptian region known as Suez Canal and the Sinai Peninsula concomitant. The nationalization of the Suez Canal by the Egypt in 1956 and Gamal Abdel Nasser means a policy against Israel, British, and France. And in that time, Israel again they promote the one-term gesture, proactive and preemptive measures. That means they think that this is like the present time war on terror. In that time, they also promote this theory as a proactive and preemptive measures for the security of Israel from against Arab armed groups. There's the third Arab-Israel war in 1967. Actually, it's a 6 days war, like from 5 to 10 June in 1967. And in that time, Israel also owned and they captured Sinai Peninsula, Gaza Strip, West Bank, Jerusalem, and the Golan border. And from this the war, Israel occupied some land, especially Palestine. Then day by day, gradually occupied the Sinai Peninsula, Gaza Strip, and like this, which I already mentioned. And thus from this the Palestinians also developed their Palestinianism and the Fidya. This is the sacrifice for the religion, and they are in that time the suicide bombing or like this is day by day gradually updated. Then the fourth Arab-Israel war in 1973. It's about this lost land, like what already lost to the Israel. There's the Arab peoples want to capture this, like from the Egypt and from the Syria. And in that time there is a conference. It's a Khartoum conference in Sudan, and in this conference they passed the 3 no's. There is the no peace, no recognition, and no negotiation with Israel. But in this war, the perception of Anwar al-Sadat is different, the president of Egypt, because he thinks that we should do negotiation with Israel, because we understand this is impossible to ongoing war between Israel on the name of crusader, or because we already lost, we already fall, and we already loser. So we should to be negotiated with the Israel. And on the other hand, Hafez al-Assad, he thinks different, because he thinks that we have a good military army, or we have a good something, we can work. We can continue our war with Israel. And in that time, after this conflict, after this war, this very important agreement, it's the worldwide very important, just September 5 to 17, 1978, the Camp David Agreement. And in this agreement, there's the main issues to peace process in between Israel and Arab. And the Lebanon war in 1982, according on the policy of Israel, the preemptive and proactive security policy, they attacked on Lebanon to destroy PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, because before in 1964 Palestinian Liberation Organization was established. So they attacked on PLO and PLO center in Lebanon, because they think that if it is established, then it will be the threat for the Israel. So they destroy the PLO. And they also attack in Lebanon, especially on the Hezbollah in 1983 in the name of Operation Peace for Galilee. Okay, this is the most important issue, this Arab-Israel conflict in 1946, foundation of Israel. 1967, well, let's say the Six-Day War, and the 1993 Oslo Peace Treaty, and 1997 construction of Palestinians, 2000 Israeli attacks, and what I will say about this. And okay, so Palestinians War of Independence. Now this is about Palestinianism. This is the first intifada from 1987 to 1992. This is the there is the five important things for these reasons. By this the way Palestinian announced and proclaimed war against this on the name of independence against Israel. This the Palestinians boycott the Israeli administration and economic boycott. So refused to drive Palestinian cars with Israeli license. Refused to pay taxes, civil disobedience. And in that time, there is some treaty and some things important agreement was happened between Israel and Palestine. First is Oslo Accord in 1993 and Oil River Memorandum in 1998 and Sharm el-Sheikh Memorandum in 1999 and the Camp David Summit in 2000. This is the second intifada from 2002 to 2001 and Peace Initiative from 2002 to 2011. That's constantly security barrier by Israel in 2002 by in Gaza and West Bank, and Arab Peace Initiative in 2002 solution for the Palestinian refugees who are living in the Israel, and the road map for peace in 2003 as an independent Palestinian and secure Israel. The 2006 Lebanon war with Israel and Hezbollah, and the Battle of Gaza in 2007 between Hamas and Fatah, and the Annapolis Conference in 2007 and the two-state solution, and the Gaza war from 2008 to 2009 with Hamas, and Gaza flotilla incident in 2010 and blocked Gaza by Israel. And this is the simple map everyone's in the I think website. Just how Israel day by day gradually occupied the Palestine, and the existing factors and controversies of extremistic conflict resolution, which is belong the present conflict. You know, just in 2014, this is the Israel and Gaza conflict. What is the main factor which will in case or oppress this conflict or war? Like the occupation by Israel, the siege by the Israel in Gaza, and water crisis. And you notice that in every home per person, Israel they just give permission only 70 liter water, and this is a really great human crisis and water crisis in Gaza, and scarcity of fuel and electricity, and leveling of land and destruction of property, and travel bans, suppression of agriculture, and restriction on fishing. Okay, now it's my last issue. That's the optimistic solution to the Israel and Palestinian conflict. Before telling about this the solution, I'm just telling this what is the important to say to tell or to negotiate with Israel about the peace or like to resolve this conflict. The first is that the Hamas rockets unconditionally stop, and before lambasting Israel, the peace should be led and established by the Muslim majority nations. Hamas is a symptom of this conflict, but not the root causes. And Israel and Palestine must hold themselves accountable to justice, otherwise peace is a mere fantasy. Palestinians served as a haven for Jewish refugees before Israel creation. So Israel should remember this, that if the Palestinian peoples refuse in Israel, so they should treat with them like how the Palestinian people deal with them. And Arab Israel should think that Arab blood and Jewish blood are human blood and all blood is equal. And both sides have committed potential war crimes and must be held accountable accordingly. And peace is only possible by ensuring the sanctity and dignity of all human life. And in here, this is the superpower America. We know this that they should give a fair and fair role in this war. And the Muslim leadership, that the Muslim world should play the role which can be the peaceful for this land. Okay, now just what can be the solution? There is so many scholars and academicians and from Israel or Palestine. They say there's something will happen and something can be possible to resolve this conflict, like one state solution. Actually, it's inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King, which he founded in the America, like black and white conflict. That means that he just conquered this the black and whites and established the one state. And there is a complete destruction of one state from the opinion of Gilad Sharon, the son of Ariel Sharon. Actually, the dream of Ariel Sharon, the former Prime Minister of Israel, he always thinks that the complete destruction of Palestine, then it will be the possible the peaceful situation in the Israel. So this is really ridiculous. And on the other hand, Hamas also thinks about this, that this is the complete destruction of Israel. So it will possible to establish the peace. And other is, this is very still now the world most countries, the superpower like other international organizations, they accept this theory. There's the two-state solution from the base of Camp David and the Oslo Accord. And the other is the three-state solution on the base of Gaza, West Bank, and Israel. That means the three states. One is Gaza, other is West Bank, and this is Israel. So here you'll see this the map. This how it will possible. This is the one state Israel, and then the West Bank. That means West Bank and Gaza. It will totally. This is the only one state. That is West Bank, Gaza, Israel. This is the only will be the Israel, or it will be the Palestinian. And two-state solution. This is the Israel, and other is Gaza, West Bank. And three-state. This is the Israel, West Bank, and Gaza. Okay, so. Then after all, then finally I can tell this, it's really possible to live in peace. And if world leaders or if a politician, they think that this conflict should be resolved and this conflict should be soluted, then it is possible. But if you think that this is the political matter or this is the matter of conspiracy, so it's really impossible to establish peace. But we should believe, and we should believe for our future that it is really possible to establish peace and to establish a peaceful situation in this area, this Israeli-Palestine conflict, for the humanity and for the name of country sustainable development. Thank you everyone.